Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane and I am currently an engineering PhD candidate here in the US, and I am from Nigeria in West Africa. And so before I came to the US, I did the US F1 visa interview, and I've already shared my experience in this video here. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the reasons for F1 visa denial or rejection. Now, the thing is that when you go for your F1 visa interview, at first sight, the visa officer, they assume that you are a potential immigrant. And what they want is that they don't want you to be an immigrant. They want you to come over to the US, study, and then go back to your home country. But on seeing you, they just assume that you are a potential immigrant. So it's not left for you to prove to them that no, you are not an immigrant, rather you just want to come to the US, study, and go back. So if you are able to show them, based on the things I'm going to be talking about, that you are not a potential immigrant, then you stand a chance of getting your visa approved. So before I start talking about those reasons, I just want to say a very big thank you to my current subscribers for getting this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Just last week, this channel hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. And if you're currently watching this video now and you've not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Let's stay connected, and don't forget to give this video a like and also drop your comments. I like all my comments and I reply my comments. So let's get right into the video. The first reason I'm going to be talking about is failure to explain choice of school. One of the most common questions that you might encounter when you go for your visa interview is, why did you choose this school? Why did you decide to go to this school? So if you cannot explain the reason, then you stand a chance of getting your visa denied. If you've watched my US F1 visa interview experience, which I'm going to attach here, I talked about the question I was asked, and one of the questions was, why did you choose this school? And this is like the most common question that I always ask people. So if you go for your visa interview and they ask you this question and you cannot explain why you decide to go to that school, then your visa might be denied, because some of you will not apply to schools by yourself. You give it to agents or people and they'll just pick any school and apply for you, and then when they ask you why did you apply to this school, you won't even be able to talk about it. So please make sure, whether you're the one that applied or you're not the one that applied, make sure you have a story to tell, a reason to give as the reason why you decided to go to the school that you want to go to. The next one is incomplete documents. In the video I made about my personal experience, I showed how I packed my documents and arranged my documents when I went for my interview. So please, when you are going, make sure you have all the documents with you. You don't want to get there and they ask you for one document and then you're flipping and you don't find that document. Of course, the visa officer will have no other choice than to deny your visa. There's nothing like, okay, let's wait, go and get it and come back. It doesn't work like that. So if you are going, make sure you go with your complete document. Even carry excess. It's better to have excess than to have less. So make sure you go with the complete documents. The next one is lack of confidence. I've talked about how it seems that these visa officers are psychologists. They are trained to read your body language. They are trained to read your body language to know when you are lying. Remember, like I said at the beginning, they see you as a potential immigrant. So if from your body language or the way you are talking, they sense that it might be wrong. You might just want to come here and study, but if they sense that this person doesn't look like he really wants to go and study, they will definitely deny your visa. So I've talked about how to prepare in my other videos, how you need to be calm, you need to breathe, you need to be confident, express yourself, just sit as if it's a normal interaction that you're having with someone. Don't allow your body language to give them the wrong impression about you, and then they'll decide to deny your visa. So please prepare, be confident, be outspoken. I mean, you said you want to come and study in the US. When you get to the US, you mingle with people from different countries and the language they speak is English. So if you can't even interact with the visa officer, how do you plan to interact here when you get to the US? Because here in the US, when you're schooling, you'll be doing presentation, you'll be doing a lot of things. So how do you want to express yourself? So be confident, be able to talk, express yourself. Don't give them the wrong impression by your body language. The next reason is false document. Now, in my other video where I talked about how to show proof of funding, this video I talked about how to show proof of funding. I said one of the easiest way to show proof of funding is by getting scholarship or financial assistance from your school. But if you did not get financial assistance from your school, that does not mean your visa will not be approved. Your visa will definitely be approved, but then you need to show proof of funding. Now, in showing proof of funding, please don't just go and meet anybody to give you any bank statement. Some of you will just go and print bank statement that are not real and take it to the embassy, and then you want your visa to be approved. See, doing all this fraudulent stuff can actually harm you and harm your future, in the sense that if they find out your documents are fraudulent or fraud, how do I say, but you get my point. If they find out your documents are not real, they can actually deny your visa. Not only deny your visa, they can actually ban you from ever applying or ever going to the US. So please, if you were not given scholarship by your school and you have to fund yourself, please try to get real documents. I know that some of you don't have family or friends that can actually sponsor you, but please try to look for anybody, a neighbor, a pastor, an imam, whoever that you can meet that will give you their document as your proof of funding. Don't just go and forge something so that you not put yourself inside trouble. Because if you go for your visa interview and it gets denied, you can apply again immediately. But let it be that your denial is just something normal and not because you forged documents. So please do not forge documents when you are going for your interview. Next reason here is your school of choice. Now, because you want to study in the US does not mean that you should apply to any school in the US and you expect the visa officer to grant you your visa, because they'll be like, why are you leaving your country to come to the US and study in this type of school? And they'll be like, okay, it's possible this person doesn't want to go and study, he or she's just looking for a reason to escape to the US. So when you are choosing schools to apply to, don't just apply to any school, any roadside school. Please don't ask me the meaning of roadside school, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say, because schools have ranking, right? If you apply to a high rank school and you got the admission, even the visa officer will have the impression that, okay, this person must be a good student for the person to be accepted into the school. Not because you want to go to a school that you can afford in the US, you now choose to apply to any type of school. So please, when you're applying, that's if you are still at the point of applying, don't just apply to any cheap school, any roadside school, any community, any common school in the US. That might make your visa not to be approved. The next reason is course not being in line with your background or your future plans. So if the course you apply to is not, for instance, you're going for your master's or your PhD, and the course you say you want to go and study is not in line with your background, I mean, say for instance you did chemistry in your undergrad, as an undergrad, and then you want to come over to the US to do your master's or your PhD, and then you're applying for music, or maybe you're applying for fashion design or something that is totally not related to chemistry, then the visa officer will be like, probably you're not even the one that applied this thing. Maybe you've given it to all these agents and they just feel whatever for you, and because of that they might have your visa denied. But let's even assume that you are actually sincere, you studied chemistry and then you want to do a master's in fashion design. Just make sure you have a good reason, I mean a good story to tell as to why you decide to leave chemistry and move far into fashion design. As long as you have a good story to tell, then you can stand a chance of your visa being approved. The next one is lack of preparation. I've talked about this thing over and over again in my other F1 visa interview videos. Please go and watch. I'll just attach the playlist here. Prepare before you go for your interview. Don't just say, I'll be fine, I know what to say, I'm smart, I'm an outspoken person or whatever. Because of that, you will not prepare. Make sure you prepare. So you not get there and they'll ask you questions and you wouldn't know what to say. So prepare, practice. I have lots of videos on my channel. Make sure to check them out. That will really help you to prepare. And trust me, your visa will not be denied if you go well prepared. The next reason is inadequate funds. I've also done a video on this, how to show proof of funding, inadequate funds. Now, if you did not get full scholarship or you did not even get scholarship at all, that is completely fine. But please make sure you show adequate fund. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to try luck. See, one thing with the US visa interview is that there is no direct route of how it's being done. Like, I can't tell you that when you go for your interview, this is how it's going to go. They're going to ask you this question, ask you this question. They pick whatever they will ask you. I've seen people that did not get scholarship from their school, and when they went for their interview, the visa did not even ask them for proof of funding. So everybody's own differs. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you have all the documents that you need before going, because you don't know which question they're going to ask you, and you don't want to get there and they ask you for your proof of funding and you show you, and then you don't even have enough money that is written in your I-20. So please make sure you have a complete one. I've told you in my recent video, that's the proof of funding video, I talked about how much you need to show as your proof of funding. So make sure to watch that video after watching this one. Another reason is your inability to show tie to home country. I've also made a video about that. Now, when they ask you what you intend to do after your studies, please and please, I am begging, do not go and say, after my studies, I plan to get visa, or I plan to get a job and stay in the US because the US is a good place to stay and work. All those kind of things. Please, I am begging you, do not say that. Because once you say that, you're already telling them, after my studies, I don't want to go back to my home country. And once they get that, and once they get that impression, your visa will be denied. So please, when you're asked this question, be able to answer in such a way that shows that you have ties to your home country. Another one is your travel history. So if you do not have a good travel history, then your visa might be denied. Say for instance, you traveled to the US before, you were supposed to stay for 1 year, you end up staying for more than 1 year, or maybe you went to the UK and then you did something and there was an issue, just something. If your travel history is not good, then they might deny you. But that doesn't mean that if you travel to other countries, they will deny your visa, or if you were denied visa before, that's the reason why they will deny. If you just do not have a good record in your travel history, then they might deny your visa. Please, with all these things that I've said, try to make sure that you check all these things and avoid making any of these mistakes so that your visa will be approved. I wish you the very best as you go for your interview, or even if you've gone before and you were denied, I wish you the best as you go this time around, and I really do hope you will get an approval. And also, if you're still watching up till now and you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Let's stay connected. Like this video and also drop a comment. I always see my comments. And once again, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.